It's 2024 and you want to improve your life, so what are you going to do about it? Let me tell you how. Hi, I'm Like, and here are my credentials, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can start a journey of changing your life. A lot of people around the world are creating content to help you level up, to glow up, and to do a lot of things. People can relate to what is close to them. So if somebody is creating content about fitness, that means that is the type of fitness that they want to see. Whether or not they're being honest is a different topic, but it is something that is in the bracket of what they can afford and what they're able to do at a particular time, their marital status, and the type of support system that they have. So if this is 2024 and you want to change, let's talk about how you can start. First off, you can start by subscribing to the channel. And now this is the real beginning. I think change is something that is very complex. When we say we want to level up, we are all saying the same words, but we mean different things. Do we want to just level up our looks, or we want to level up the way that we perceive the world, or level up our finances? Whatever that it is, nobody cares. But I do. So I am gonna tell you about the things that I have done to level up my life. I decided to focus on a glow up that is internal, going out to the outward. Because I realized that it is so easy to get trapped into the consumerism part of glowing up, of purchasing serums, purchasing cleansing stuff, and everything that everybody reviews online to improve your health, and purchasing supplements that you don't even need to supplement for, and just really focusing on the aesthetic of neutral colors, a specific type of makeup, a specific type of hair, and so forth, and neglecting the way that you are actually improving your life, which is actually not improving in very physical and literal metrics, like your education level, your actual fitness, your actual health, by the means of blood tests that can come back and show you are you healthy or not, even though you look good. So this is my motivation for doing this video, and I'm gonna share with you 5 things that are gonna help you to improve your life. Number 1, use appropriate language. If you want to level up your life, glow up, and just change your life generally, you need to be able to use appropriate language. Appropriate language means be very specific about what you want to do, and also be realistic. By being specific and realistic, I mean you cannot eliminate all negativity in your life. So do not use language of get rid of if it's something that cannot be get rid of. Something you can say that is good language, in my opinion, is I want to improve my health by a certain amount. I want to reduce the amount of my intake of this. I want to reduce the amount of times I consume alcohol in a week. That is very specific and it is realistic, because if you're a person who enjoys alcohol and the social benefits that come with it, because alcohol is a social drink, you can reduce without automatically eliminating. Elimination could be an end goal, but the beginning of it could be you saying, I want to reduce my alcohol intake. I want to improve my sleeping, because for the past 4 years I've been sleeping an average of 5 hours per night. I want to start going to bed earlier by 30 minutes, so improve my sleeping by 30 minutes, gradually by 2 hours, until I reach my 7 or 8 hour quota. That is something that is realistic and something that is specific. So you need to change your language around the things that you want to change about your life. Number 2, set up the goals. Now that we've figured out the language problem, what are the goals? Why do you want to do that thing? What is the purpose? What is the point of even sleeping 8 hours? Maybe it will help you to feel better, to have some way improving your health. If you are somebody like me who has struggled with weight loss or health related type of things, you know that you've been working out, you've been eating adequately, but probably your worst enemy right now is that you're not sleeping. And why is it that you're not sleeping? It's because you're putting in more hours into working extra so that you make more money, so that you can afford your life, because you can be able to support your family. So maybe you cannot make significant or drastic changes to your sleep cycle. So you may not be able to sleep 2 more hours immediately. You still have the goal and purpose of the language part of wanting to improve your sleeping. So if you have great access to healthcare and you have sleep specialists in your country, you could use that. If you do not, you could just determine that you're going to sleep earlier, and that involves things such as buying back time. When I realized that I was not able to sleep adequately, go to work on a full-time job and still do all the things that I wanted to do, I implemented a thing called buying back time. I realized that a majority of my time that is not being used is during the day. So I have the fortunate opportunity that I can take naps at work. So I brought a sleeping tool thing at work because I teach, so we do have that break 2-hour period where I can just focus on just actively resting, focusing on preparing my lessons, and then taking that nap time at work. Does it cumulatively improve my sleep pattern at night? I do not know, but it is something that improves my life in that moment. And buying back time in the morning by doing most of your stuff the night before if you're a nocturnal person, or doing most of the stuff that is mostly mechanical, or stuff that can just automate itself when you don't really need to be focusing a lot. So you could do that buying back time. So have appropriate language and set a purpose. Why do you want to do the things that you want to do? Everybody wants to make more money. Why? Do you want to travel more this year? Do you want to get rid of your debt? Do you want to focus on supporting your family in specific things? Because you cannot just say support my family. You need to know what you're supporting your family in, and is it worth you being the only bearer of that financial burden? Number 3. You need to improve your life by doing tests. Tests, or just most psychological tests, for example, have been tested rigorously over years and have been improved since they were first implemented till now. They are being improved, so you could benefit from them. One test that I will recommend to you is a Gallup Strengths Finder test. They offer a variety of tests that include the base rate of 5 strengths at about $25. I think that's what I remember when I first got mine. So you could do that. Get a Strengths Finder test. This test will help you focus on your strengths. What are you good at, and to what extent? Strength Finder test can be useful for your personal relationships, your work, and just your life in general, so that you do get a kudos sometimes to yourself, and realizing that you're not failing because you're incompetent. You have these strengths that are innate or that you've acquired over time, but you are just not performing at your best right now. And how can you leverage those strengths to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish? Second, this is a competency test. You could take it online. All the tests that I'm going to talk about are linked below, so you can have a chance to look at them. A competency test is a very good way to reflect on yourself. When I took it, I was really embarrassed because I think there is this flip side of both, up and down, where you overestimate your capabilities or you underestimate yourself. And I can definitely say I did overestimate my capacity or my capabilities, and I apologize to myself. It's good to have high self-esteem, but you might just be overestimating what you're capable of. You can use certain tests such as these to help you find out, are you really going to level up your career as the person that you are, comparing yourself to the skills that you have now and the base rate of people that you are competing with. 3, take a value assessment test. A value assessment test is so important, probably overarching all the other issues, because this is where your values lie. Your values affect what you think about, what you care about, and what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Who you're going to get married to, how you're going to raise your children, what is your yes and no, what is your no-go area when it comes to finances and business and everything else. So take a value assessment test, also linked below. It will help you really think about what you care about, even if you just think, I know. Focus on what I said. The second test should be your competency test. Sometimes we really overestimate or underestimate ourselves, so you just want to get it just right. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right, like Goldilocks. And 4, to improve your skills, do take a typing test. Some people think they type very well, but they do not. As you are just a person living today, a typing test is something that you can access anywhere. Literally anywhere. You could Google typing test, free typing test, and you could get access to a lot of typing tests that could help you level up just personally in your life. Typing speed, typing accuracy, and so forth. These are things that can help you boost your skill sets and ability over time. It's not a no-brainer. It doesn't have to be a good score, a high score. It just has to be something that you take and you find out something about yourself. That easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now back to the things that you're gonna do to change your life. 4. You know your purpose, you've used appropriate language, you've taken the assessments. Now follow people that are gonna help you get there. On your social media feed, you probably follow all the celebrities and people that sing the music that you like. But how about you focus on finding assets on your social media feed? People who talk about finance in the way that you would like to improve yourself in finance. People that talk about fitness that is relevant to you. This is very important for me to talk about because I think a lot of things are happening on social media and not a lot of those things are relevant to you. For example, a lot of the content, in my opinion, that is being created is American content, from finance to education to fitness, and some of those things are not relatable to people that are not in America. I have never been to America. I am not an American. I live in Asia, but I am from Africa. So what is relatable to me in terms of nutrition, when it comes to fitness, needs to go with my current palate ability and what I want in general and what I have access to as a black person living in Asia. What I like to eat will increase my adherence to my fitness journey. It doesn't matter if overnight's blueberry oats with cottage cheese or whatever the cheeses are named is the healthiest thing with the highest form of protein if I do not like to eat that. So what should I do? I should find another creator from my country or a creator that I like who uses simple ingredients that I can access without having to wait for iHerb or Amazon to deliver those ingredients to my doorstep for me to start living healthily, eating local, focusing on people that are doing practical ways to influence you. And in that way, you're also helping to build their confidence as creators. Following people that are doing simple things that are relevant to you. It doesn't really matter what a Roth IRA or a 401k is if those are things that are not relevant to your financial literacy based on your country locations. You could focus on financial advisors or finance content creators in your country that will tell you about the rand, the naira, I don't know what these currencies are, but you get the drift. Focus on content that is country specific because that is the only way that you will be able to level up quicker than just following people that are all over the world. I will take this opportunity to clarify though that I am not anti-American content. I say this to say it is good content, but it is not always applicable in terms of the specifics. In terms of the principles like budgeting, investing, saving for retirement, and so forth, it is very useful. Eating at a caloric deficit or lifting weights, very specific, very general, and so forth. Like, this is the basic stuff. Or when you get to the specifics of what you have to do, you really need to focus on content that is generated within your locality, your locum, or just your city, your country, the place that you live, basically your neighborhood. And then number 5, you have created and developed appropriate language for the things that you want to do. And now you need to follow and subscribe, okay? You have created appropriate language for the things that you want to do and set your goals and taken the skills assessment test and have followed the people that you want to be inspired by in setting your goals. Now, make a vision board. When I was younger and first got introduced to the concept or the idea of vision boards, it was quite lofty and in hindsight kind of stupid, because it was a thing that encouraged people to dream of Ferraris, Bentleys, Bugattis, and without really focusing on what matters. Right now, I'm a person who probably could afford a car, but I will not purchase a car because I have reliable forms of transport, and it gives me an opportunity to channel my finances to saving for an emergency fund, putting some of it in investment and so forth. That is just my personal experience. I think vision boards should not just be literally linked to physical things that we can acquire, like a car, private jet, or a plane, or going to some fancy place on vacation. It needs to focus on also glowing up internally, where it's not just about the aesthetic on the outside. In as much as a vision board is supposed to be graphic and include those aesthetically pleasing things. When we create vision boards, we need to create them with this thing of understanding vision as something that is beyond your literal view of your eyes. It's something that creates a sense of where do you want to be in your life in the future. Some of those things are going to be tangible and some of the things on it are going to be intangible, even if you do put a picture perspective of them. So how are you going to be able to do that? Create a vision board using tools that have been created by people who are more experienced than I am in telling you what to do with your life. Secondly, focus on being realistic. You have appropriate language now. You have your skills assessment test now. You have a purpose now, and you are following the right people now. So this should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Take this as an opportunity of mindfully thinking about everything, from your relationships, from just everything that you would like to have in your life. I don't know what that is, and then build from there. In my opinion, all the aesthetically pleasing stuff, including the cars that you want, will change over time once you realize what really matters. Nobody told you to stop dreaming of having a Ferrari, but you grew up and realized it is not a practical choice, even if I had the money. And also, you're not gonna be driving anywhere speed fasting through everything. Once you have kids, you're gonna wanna have to do groceries, and maybe a Toyota will be more fitting to your life, even controlling for the fact that things have gotten expensive. So by implementing these things of taking tasks, using appropriate language, you will have a life that is improving gradually but holistically at the same time, to the extent that you will be able to just be better, of course. The goal of this video was not telling you that you're gonna be the best thing that has ever happened to this world, but appropriate language of saying, how can you improve your life in 2024? Let me know if this video has been helpful to you and if you're gonna use it, and do not forget to follow, subscribe. I don't know, you subscribe, right? And follow the social media part. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.